Guys. Um, Today I have something simple prepared for you all, and it's about one of our beloved ex ABX champions, which is Kid Kaiju. Now everyone knows that Kid Kaiju was completely destroyed thanks to 2099, who came out just a month or two after that, and despite having a new uniform to compensate for that, he still does nowhere close to what Spider-Man 2099 is capable of. So today, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about something, a kind of a discovery I made while playing with the Kid Kaiju. So let me use his normal uniform first and just take you into a simple mission. So I'm going to show you specifically about Smasher. So as we all know, Kid Kaiju is a summoner. He has the ability to summon a monster and also a set of monsters if you read the comics. So out of these, the one that he previously summoned without the uniform is called Hivo, which kind of means high voltage and stuff like that. So Hivo is a electric type summon, and he generally does blast damage. So he's a blast type. You can see that. Stop this auto blast. Okay, come here, Hivo. Come here. Show your face to camera. So as you can see, Hivo is blast, and Kid Kaiju is speed in this case. So the difficulties occurred in certain stages of Shadowland where you could use only speed types, and obviously being any other type besides that would be difficult. And on top of that, the difference between blast and speed actually helped for a while in ABX, because you would face enemies of different types. Alright, so that aside, Hivo is blast. Now, let's go back. A little bit of tweaking to do. So, I should just press tie again, right? Okay, so before we hop back in, let me switch to his uniform. So when they upgraded Kid Kaiju with his uniform, his new summon was known as Smasher, and Smasher was a combat type, and people were questioning that because if you're a speed type, you're weak to combat types, and the blast types counter that. So Kid Kaiju was being protected by his monster. But when Smasher came in and replaced Hivo, Smasher was combat. So that's kind of weird, because then what? Kid Kaiju protects Smasher because speed is good against blast and blast is good against combat? But anyway, let me show you a little sneak that Netmarble kind of pushed in and not many of us were aware of. Now they changed Smasher's type, and I'm not sure if all of you know that, but I'm going to show it to you right now. There we go. That is Smasher, and Smasher is no longer combat type. Come here, Smasher. Come here, boy. There you are. Let's get rid of those guys. Alright, awesome. Come here. As you can see, Smasher is now... Smasher, show yourself. Come here. Show your face. Nice. Smasher is now universal type. So the previously, blast character changed to combat and all that is now replaced with a universal character, who by far is a very good change actually, because that means he has no type advantage or disadvantage. Only Kid Kaiju does, and as long as you stay protected in your guard and your iframes, Smasher will do decent damage to anyone for that matter. Of course, this doesn't mean that Kid Kaiju is going to replace 2099 or Quicksilver in ABX, but regardless, he will definitely do fairly better in PvP modes and of course Shadowland. So this is something to take note. And I completely agree with this change. Why is that? Well, I'm not sure if all of you are fans of Kid Kaiju, but there is a very interesting backstory to him. So I will get through to that right now. So Kid Kaiju is indeed a summoner who can summon various types of monsters from his drawings, and also using a certain bit of his natural ability that comes from his inhuman genes. He's actually known as a new human, which is NU, starts with NUHUMAN, which is kind of like a, how can I put it, higher tier version of an inhuman. And that occurs in one of the comics where Black Bolt releases a Terrigenesis effect onto the Earth when Thanos is invading Attilan or something. But yeah, that's how he got his powers. So we have over here a image of 5 of his summons. I've of course excluded the other one, which is Fireclaw, but I'll get to that in a bit. So over here we have Makara, which is one of the bigger summons Kid Kaiju has. And then we have Scrag. Scrag is a insect type summon, kind of interesting character. Over here we have Aegis. Aegis is a tank, robot, machine kind of type. Then we have Hybo, who is a kind of electric based character. The last one is Slizik. Slizik, of course, looking reptilian is what he is. So these are the 5 characters that actually make up Smasher, which kind of makes sense to the change that Smasher should not just be one particular type. He should be universal because he is a multi-type character. He is a combination of all of these 5 guys. Of course, we do not know how Netmarble will type out each of these 5, but that's aside from the point. That would make it Kaiju a multi-type character altogether, which would be pretty awesome too. Anyway, the story behind Smasher is quite interesting. Over here we have Fireclaw, which is one of his other summons, one that is not in the image before. So Fireclaw apparently gets killed during the invasion of the Leviathan Mother, a very, very powerful beast. And as you can see, up there is the body of Fireclaw actually getting pierced by the Leviathan Mother, and Fireclaw dies as a result of this. So Kid Kaiju calls out his remaining 5 summons, Makara, Scrag, Aegis, Hybo, and Slizik, to combine together with himself being in the core, creating Smasher. And Smasher is indeed a magnificent thing. He's massive, and as you can see, Kid Kaiju is sitting in his cockpit in the middle there, and he's saying 5 monsters and me, all combined and ready for a fight. Leviathan Mother meets Smasher. And so the battle ensues between the Leviathan Mother and Smasher, and as a result, Kid Kaiju wins the battle and eventually defuses the 5 monsters to their original state. Fireclaw is restored in the later part of the story. So yeah, all in all, the entire idea of Smasher actually being nowhere near the tier of Hybo. He's way more powerful. He is a combination of all of Kid Kaiju's characters, makes him by far a far more formidable opponent. So making him universal is interesting, and of course he has extra 50% to his stat bonus, which means giving Kid Kaiju higher stats generally makes Smasher way more powerful. But regardless, Kid Kaiju is where he is. I think this little episode kind of makes me want to invest a little bit more in my Kid Kaiju. As you can see, I have him at combat power of 4, which is still low. That's because I have not really given him decent ISO. I have a very basic gear, and although my skills are maxed, I do not have any Urus on him. So I'm definitely going to be working on him, and hopefully come back with an episode of trying him out in ABX after such a long time. He deserves to be top tier character, and despite the fact that he is a monster, I mean, if you put him in PvP, you can see him like wrecking teams even at tier 1. But regardless, with Smasher now, he should be far more powerful. And I hope some improvements continue to happen like this. This was really sneaky from Netmarble, changing him from combat to universal I really did not know when this change happened. I could not find it in the Reddit forums. I even mentioned this to Cynic Alex actually in one of his videos, and actually on Twitch livestream. But yeah, regardless, interesting character, an interesting summon. I'll end this video with a bonus clip for you guys, and the clip is actually me trying to compensate for the other video of showing you Nova doing a universal ABX day with him having a CTP of Authority, and I've changed that to the CTP of Energy now, and I'll show you the sheer difference in how the CTPs affect his ABX score, and also whether I am actually going to just tell you straight up, I'm quite confident in keeping CTP of Energy. The guard breaks are nothing too much to be worried about because he is quite quick to his feet. So yeah, that's it for now. Enjoy the bonus clip. Thanks for watching, guys. Adios. I should end it with this one. Yeah, that's the way.